So HP sent over their laptop, and this laptop is the HP Pavilion X360, and this is a convertible laptop, as you can see. And it is also touchscreen as well. Pretty cool. This model is the 14-BA301NA. So just in case you want to make sure that you get the right actual specification, it will be in the link in the description down below, but there you go, I've just told you what it is. So in this laptop you have a Core i5-7200U, and it's not the M version or the Q version or the MQ version or the QM version or the HQ version, it's the U version, which means that it's a good all-round CPU with low voltage that needs to be able to process the CPU in this laptop. Now it is clocked at 2.5 GHz and has a turbo boost up to 3.1 GHz. So we've got 8 GB of DDR4 SD RAM inside here as well. You can get the upgraded version if you like, and also the upgraded version of the SD or SSD. So it's got a PCI M.2 SSD in there, and the SSD's at 128 GB, and we did do some read and write speeds off of it, and you're going to see that coming up after when I'm going to demonstrate a little bit down the line in the video. So at the moment, just talking about the specs of what you get involved in this little laptop. So let's get on with it. Anyway, so it's got an aluminium cover, and it looks really nice and stylish, as you can see, and it's flexible in different ways. So you can have it like this, or you can have it like that to watch movies on. So you've got different viewing angles, or you can watch it this way, that way, or you can just have it in tablet mode. And yes, it has, you can get a pressure pen for it, and you can definitely use it with it as well, so that's pretty cool. And it does work with software like Adobe and everything like that, which you can switch over from Windows. So I'm going to lock the computer. So I go to lock, and as you can see, locked for you. And then open up my eyes. Whoa. And then it's open. That's pretty sick. Right, so that's one of the good things and cool things it can do as well. It does have 128 GB SSD, which is not a lot, but you can go and upgrade a little bit more. This is the Core i5 version, so not the Core i7 version. You can use all the applications that you would normally want to use if you're a business user, to use it for Adobe and Office and stuff like that. So basically Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. You can use those sort of applications for it, and yeah, it's a pretty nice laptop. I think it would be okay for on the run and everything like that. It's got a 9 hours and a half battery. I got 10 hours and a little bit out of it. But I was doing other stuff with it, but I did try to like put loads of applications all at the same time, and it's not as powerful as obviously a Core i7, but it's still okay for an all-rounder CPU. So it's got a right, the power buttons on the side here, which is pretty cool. So when you get this, remember the power buttons on the side, and then you've got a Kensington lock on the side there, 3.5mm jack, and then you've got the volume rocker on the side there as well, and then you've also got a volume rocker on the actual, I can't even hold it properly now. Got a volume rocker around here as well, so you can turn it up and down really quickly. On the side as well, you've got an SD card, so a full size one rather than a micro SD card. You've got a USB Type C on there, and two USB Type A's on the side there, and HDMI port. So this HDMI port only does a resolution 1920 by 1080 maximum. And then you've got the power adapter that goes on the side, and then you've got two dual speakers. I think one's the, no, is that the, no, that's the heat. So you got, that's where you dissipate your heat, and your sound's there. So the sound is called, the sound is by Bang & Olufsen, and it's called B&O Play, and then you just play it through here, and it comes through the actual top of the grill. It's quite robust. I like the way it looks, all aluminium and stuff like that. Doesn't get too hot. It's a little bit thicker than normal. It's obviously got multi-touch screen as well, and it's nice and glossy and that. You can see little things about it and stuff like that. It's got the Pavillion logo there and a nice little trackpad. Trackpad's not too bad, but I would want it to be a little bit more accurate on the actual screen. It's a little bit like you have to press things a couple of times before it works, but other than that it does work properly, but maybe it needs a bit more syncing or calibration to the screen, then it will work much better. I like the hinges as well. The hinges are quite robust. It don't look like they'll break any time. They're metal anyway, so that's pretty cool. I like the fact that you can stand it up like this as well and do whatever you're going to do in portrait mode, or you can hold it like so and then take meetings, because obviously the Wi-Fi, it's got dual Wi-Fi. Well, it's actually not dual Wi-Fi. What it is it's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth as a combo. The Bluetooth one has 4.2, which means that if you've got headphones, you can go quite a few like further distance, and then it'll still play and you can still hear music and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That's what I like about it. So there is a newer version of this with because this is the Kaby Lake version. So you have got a Core i8 version, not the Core i8 version, Core i5. But the 8th generation version, but the battery life only lasts an hour less than what it does on there. This is also using graphics that are integrated with the actual memory itself. So is this turned off on me? So there we go. It's locked at the moment. There we go, it's open now. So basically, this has got integrated graphics that will be taken from your memory as well. And your memory has only got 8 GB of SD RAM on here, but this has got DDR4 for the Kaby Lake CPU. Some laptops, or the other one that I done the other day, that only had DDR3, and that was low dim memory. This is faster, so it's technically like 16 gigs of DDR3, but technically not, depending on the speed. I don't know what the actual speed is of this. It might be at 1866 megahertz, just like the other one, or it might be a little bit lower. It might be 33. I don't know, but it does work pretty nicely, and I've been using it for like since Christmas. It is pretty cool. Right, so the screen is edge-to-edge glass, and it's a WLED, and the whole point about it is multi-touch as well. So whenever I'm playing around with it, is it even on? Whenever I'm playing around with and doing gestures and stuff on the screen, it will definitely be able to figure out whether I'm using my hand or like a pen or whatever if I'm writing on there, so that's really quite cool. The laptop weighs 1.63 kilos, so that's not too heavy, but depends on if you're like using it while it's on your lap and stuff. It might be a bit like weighted on your stomach, but it does come with quite a bit. It comes with quite a lot of features on here for the laptop. The price of this laptop is $674.99, which I've seen it on Amazon for, which I'm going to leave the link in the description down below if you want to purchase the laptop. It's also seen at $774.99 as well, and that version is still the Kaby Lake version, but it is, as I say, a Core i5 version, but the 8th generation CPU, as this is a 7th generation, so there is slightly a newer version, but you get lower battery life, but it still has the integrated graphics with the 620 by Intel. So at the moment you can see two red LED lights shining up on the screen, and these are infrared lights that pick up your actual eyes for you to open, to do the little feature which opens up the laptop, which I'm going to do now. Make sure you're centered. Right, there we go. I've opened it. So that's pretty cool. Now I'm just going to go through all the other stuff now. So I'm going to do a couple of synthetic benchmarks, and I'm going to do some real life benchmarks, and then some real world results, and that's it. So here we go. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it play through, and then that's the demonstration so you can see what it's capable of doing. I'm going to use Adobe Suite because that utilizes RAM, CPU and graphics card. And this hasn't got a graphics card in it. It's got an internal graphics card of Intel 620 series, and basically that's going to be the one that's going to be like using the CUDA cores for After Effects, and we're going to see what the render is going to be like as well using the CPU. Let's go.
swept away, swept away. I'm cornered in the cold where you left me. Left again, left again. Oh, there's a jungle in my head growing wilder, and it's killing me, killing me. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go.
So apparently you can use Adobe, well, some of the applications, it does say that it's ready for the tablet mode. And basically, I'm just going to have a quick look. I haven't got the Acer pen with me, but I've got my finger. And it does say it's optimized for that with a little bit of options for you. looks slightly different. So what do I do? Create new. Oh, it does work then. Okay, it is pretty cool. That'd be quite good, couldn't I? Oh wow, oh, that's another little idea I've got for myself. Oh, okay, that's good. Now how would I? Right. Yeah, so it does work for Illustrator, but I think it'd work much better in a pen. And if you're used to this sort of thing, you could definitely have it in portrait mode as well. It'll work. Well, it should work. Well, it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Oh, because I haven't set it up in portrait mode. But it does work in portrait mode. Just take my word for it. Haha. I can do the normal things that you would normally do. Hang on. So how would I make a box then? So I guess if you're using the pen, you can drag and drop it, but you can actually put the equation in there. So I put okay, look, I've got my box there, and spin it around and stuff. If I did actually, go on, let me make it bigger. I'll make that bigger. Right, how do you make this bigger then? Ooh, there you go. That's pretty cool. But it's not cool using my finger, but it just shows the potential that you can, what you can do with it. Drawing boxes all over the place now, look. And obviously you can change the colours and everything you do in Illustrator and Photoshop. But yeah, this is the review and the end of the HP review, and I definitely recommend it. It's definitely slower than what I thought it would be, but it can still have loads of applications all at the same time. So you can have Google, Internet Explorer, Illustrator, After Effects, Premiere Pro, and what else can you put on there? You can have all those files going at the same time, and it doesn't really conflict. So I've done a few like little bits of demonstration, nothing really heavy, just something light, because this CPU is not really that powerful, considering I've just done a benchmark on Cine Bench, and yeah, it was okay, and it was cool that it can actually do that. But if you're wanting this to work and you want it to be a little bit faster, then I'll opt for the next version up, which is in a link in the description down below. But this one is not too bad if you just want an all-rounder that is very basic all-rounder, but that can do everything, and you still can play games. But it hasn't got a separate graphics card, it's got onboard graphics, which means it will be taking memory from your CPU and memory itself, so it will leave you with less than 8 GB. But other than that, thumbs up for it, recommended. Like, share and follow me everywhere on Instagram, and see you soon.